Welcome back to the Fixed Ops Roundtable. I'm Sarah Vantine here with Ted Ings. Today we have an all-star panel with us, Ted, and the excitement is building at Paragon Honda.
Sarah, you're sure right. Great honor to have with us here today Mike Stoll, the great connector who's working directly with Brian and Paragon. Also, two of the anchors of the roundtable, Katrina Ness is here with us, and from Lithia and Driveway, Vanessa Collins. So everybody, welcome to the event.
Thank you for having us. It's great to be not only here but on this panel with Ted, yourself, Sarah, and of course Mike, who Vanessa and I go way back with through Northwood and just the industry in general.
Vanessa, tell us a little bit about that. I know Mike's very involved at Northwood and has been getting Paragon more involved, but what are some of the things that you and Katrina have seen with Mike over the years as well?
For sure. So I would say Mike has had such an impact in my life and Katrina's life. As a student going, through Northwood, being involved, he was always just such a great mentor. Although I didn't have him as a teacher, I know Katrina did. Just having him there as a mentor to encourage you to, try new things and to always be courageous and most of all believe in yourself. And so having Mike as that person for me was so important and definitely one of the most influential people I've ever met.
Mike, influential. That's a very important word.
It is, Ted. If you think back when Vanessa and Katrina were thinking about where to go to college, the question I like to ask them always is, why did you pick Northwood? And when they got there, they weren't sure. And they weren't sure themselves. But as you continue to talk to them and ask them questions about tomorrow or the future, what does that look like? They always came back with very curious answers about, I'm not sure. And what they learned early on is when they are in trouble to ask for help. And so they can expand on what the future might look like. So we knew early on that these two had a big upside. We knew way before they did. And now here we are 5 years later, and they're not doing too bad. Their best is yet to come, Ted. So
Thank you, Mike. And one of your superpowers is leading and growing people and empowering people. What really drives that internally in your perspective? Why is that your passion and your superpower?
I think that the auto industry is kind of the last family-owned entrepreneurial business, and you can make change and you can sell cars, whether the economy is good, bad, depending on the culture and the leadership that you have, we're going to win. And that's the cool part about whether it's at Grand Rapids, Michigan, or Miami, Florida, or here at the amazing Paragon Honda. Things are going to happen if the culture and the environment and the leaders that are driving the organization really empower the employees. And I mean all of them, all the way down to the newest employee in the company, all the way to the top of the company. What's the game plan? What's the mission? What's the vision? And how do we win every single day? And celebrate those victories every single day. And that's the fun part about the car business, whether we're selling cars or servicing cars and retaining customers, that's what we do. How do we find them all, keep them all, follow them all, love them all up, and really enjoy the employees that we have in the organization and celebrate them all together at the same time.
Yeah.
Mike, I think part of the big story today is going to be the people. Okay. The people of Paragon. What are some of the things that we need to be keeping our eye on today in our discussions with Brian and the rest of the team here?
Everything that they're talking about. Stay curious, keep asking questions. They're going to talk about some areas that were very historical when Mr. Singer started the organization. They're going to talk about areas that grew over the last 20 to 30 years, and they're going to talk about the future. And the future is not tomorrow, Ted. They've been working on the future 3 or 4 years ago. So they're way ahead of where the market should be in order to create a frictionless environment for both the sales and the service customers. How do we get them to come back and really enjoy the experience here at the organization? And if you have that language from the top down all the way through the entire organization, you're going to continue to have success like this organization has.
Sarah, gonna be exciting.
It's going to be really exciting, Ted. We have so much to unpack here today and a lot of incredible speakers with us.
All right. Well, I'm Ted Ings. I'm here with Sarah Vantine. We are at Paragon Honda with Mike Stoll, the great connector, Vanessa Collins, and Katrina Ness. And we are going to be right back.